The rest of our fights are 5 rounds for the night. Some of the best warriors in the state going toe-to-toe, blow for blow, in these championship matchups. Introducing your first fighter.
Here we go, our first title fight of the night.
For Josh Bitterman.
Josh Bitterman coming out to some Tupac. Kicking it back a little bit.
Bitterman's fighting out of Martial Arts Unlimited, another individual representing 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. He's got a record of 8 wins with only 1 loss. 6 of those wins come by way of knockout. He's got a tough test in front of him. Trombley, a veteran with nearly 40 fights. Bitterman seems up to the test, though.
Most definitely. And I do know that Bitterman's 8-1 record, his 1 loss is to the man he is about to face, Adam Trombley.
Beautiful. So I know he'd like to erase that blemish on his record by beating Trombley.
Oh, yeah, I completely agree 100% on that. And, you know, you got somebody like a veteran like Trombley with 38 fights.
38 fights. It's rare. It's almost like a throwback to, you know, amateur boxing where guys would have 50, 100
plus.
You know, 100 plus fights. A guy has an amazing amount of fights. And Trombley, you know, obviously not only with the experience but the impressive record, is a bull and it's going to be tough to deal with. But Bitterman's game, and he wants to erase that loss and erase that blemish and show that he's the better man.
Oh, absolutely. You know, and there's a question at 38 fights. When do you go pro? When is it time?
That's an excellent question, and I ask that about a lot of these guys because
his opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Adam Trombley.
I ask that about a lot of these guys who have 20, 30 fights. Whether maybe they're uncomfortable. I can't speak for anybody personally, but I'm at the personal position where if you're at the skill level, you've had 10, 15, you know, even 5 fights depending on your skill level, it's time to go pro and get paid.
I agree with that, you know. You made a really good point. I mean, if you're not evolving much after 10 fights, maybe it's time to make the jump or maybe decide a different career. You know, there's no reason to have that many amateur fights. There's no reason why you should do this. I mean, I understand it's fun, but with somebody at the skill level of Trombley at 38 fights, should have made the jump probably about 15 fights ago, to be honest, you know.
And I agree with that assessment. And then and another thing that's brought up is like, how fair is it to a guy who's an amateur who has 9 fights versus your 38 fights? But you know, you even see that at the pro level. You know, one of our guest referees, Darren Cruikshank, fought recently Eve Edwards. Eve Edwards had roughly 50 fights where Darren had, you know, less than 20 fights. There's a huge discrepancy. So you see that thing, that discrepancy in fights across the board, but I mean, jump pro.
The following contest is being brought to you this evening by Vengeance MMA Gear. Some of the hottest in mixed martial arts apparel. Check them out in the back against the wall for some great deals for us all. Vengeance MMA Gear. Introducing your fighters. First, fighter to my right. Tonight, he is out in the blue corner, wearing a solid black trunks. He comes to us, standing in at 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing 185 pounds, putting his impressive 8-1 record on the line here tonight. Training under the lights of Martial Arts Unlimited, Josh Straight Business Bitterman. His opponent across the cage, man to my left. Tonight, he is out of the red corner, wearing the purple Under Armour. He comes to us at 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing 185 pounds, putting his impressive 30-8 record on the line here tonight. An independent fighter known as Adam the Jumper Trombley.
Just notice that Trombley's
Say hello
got
to Stephanie. As she makes her way around, shows you that it's round 1. Your referee in charge, Danny McIntyre.
Just noticed that Trombley has one of Michigan's finest MMA pro, Dom Sidoni, in his corner.
The Dominator. You gotta love that little guy. You know, always comes to fight. When Dom fights, always a knockout is expected to happen.
Dom's a tough cat. Both these guys look in great shape. You know, it's surprising, especially at the amateur level. You have a tendency to see guys come out of shape, but I got to be honest, out of all the fights that happened tonight, most of the guys have looked in excellent shape and have shown they're in excellent shape and to be able to go the distance if need be.
Most definitely. And there is no question where Trombley wants this fight. Trombley wants it to the ground. He has a good chin. You know, he's tough. He's country tough. You know, he's
just like you, baby.
And you know. Except for I wear my tight shorts a little bit higher up. It's the only difference. And I'm about 4 weight classes below him.
Nice shot. Oh, big knee.
Great defense. But this is where Trombley's so strong, man.
Big takedown.
Once again, Michael Pednell yelling in my ear.
Bitterman looks like he's working for a triangle potentially.
I love you, man, but dang it, you're in my ear.
Trombley's out and he's passed. To have a guy that big, that strong on you this early, Bitterman's going to have to weather the storm.
You know, like I said earlier, you know, I used to train with Trombley, and Trombley is one of those guys who are country strong, like very, very strong, solid wrestling background. You know, he went to Dundee High School, wrestled for Dundee High School. And naturally, wrestling for Dundee, you're going to be a pretty good wrestler.
Yeah, that portion of the state has some quality wrestlers year in and year out, whether we're talking Dundee, all the different schools within Monroe, the Bedfords. You have some horses that come out of that region.
Airport didn't produce any, you know, we did it all right, all right?
Yeah, well, you got the lightweight champion, Devin Brown.
That's true. You know, and the thing is about, a lot of people talk about the toughest parts of the states. I truly believe Southeast Michigan is the toughest part. You know, you got people like Adam Trombley, Devin Brown, Don Sindoni, Mike Sindoni, you know, my brother. People, that's where, like, Monroe County is where we're produced from wrestling.
Oh, nice omoplata attempt to an armbar transition. Trombley just bulldozed out of that, but that was a great submission attempt.
Trombley better be careful to fall
He's
into
going to get a triangle. That's deep. He control the posture. Trombley can be in trouble here.
Strong, though.
Bitterman should have the foot on the hip and control the posture. He was too loose there. Initially knee bar attempt.
Wow, not often you see Adam Trombley going for a submission.
He went for a knee bar.
Wow, knee bar at that. That's quite impressive.
Yeah. You know, Bitterman, he was in a great position to finish that triangle. But you have the sweat and just the power of Adam Trombley that forbid him from being able to finish it. But we'll see if that submission and that 10th planet system is going to be the X factor, so to speak, coming into these championship rounds.
You know, the thing is, like, you know, Bitterman had success in his guard with Trombley. The thing about Trombley is he is so relentless with his attack. You know, and he's so strong, it's so hard to catch him, you know?
And it's a type of thing where if you're not used to keeping that pace, maybe he's not even damaging you, but he's just going to wear you out. And by the third, the fourth round, you are slim, you are ready to be put to bed.
Oh, absolutely. And this goes back to 38 fights compared to 9 fights.
100%. An absolute veteran, who's represented himself in the WXC cage on countless occasions.
Trombley come out almost like a wrestling type looking.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a unique stance.
Nice low single, nice defense by Bitterman.
Good knee by Bitterman.
You can just tell by Trombley the way he climbs up the grip he has. I'm probably baling all that hay back, out in Dundee, Michigan. I'm looking for Trombley to look up for a scoop.
He's going to take his back. He's going to take his back.
Very nice job by Trombley and Bitterman. Nice scramble. A change of events here.
Trombley jumping the guard for a guillotine. Arm-in guillotine.
Is it arm-in? I can't see.
It's arm-in, yeah.
Arm-in.
It doesn't look like he's going to finish it. He's working out.
No, he's
working out. He's fine. Drew, what do you think it says, though? Do you think that's maybe a sign that Trombley's a bit tired, that he's pulling guard for a guillotine?
Not often do I see Trombley pulling guard.
Oh, big shot. Big shot from Bitterman. Trombley's hurt.
I do think he's going to take a lot more of that to finish Trombley, though.
Good knee.
Wow.
Bitterman putting it on him.
But Trombley being
Trombley's
tough.
hurt. Referee looking closely. Trombley trying his best to weather the storm, but Bitterman is putting it on him.
I'm telling you, Trombley, dude, is the definition of true grit. I'm telling you, man.
You ain't lying, Drew.
I'm telling you, man.
Take his back.
I've seen Trombley down this road before.
Looks for a rear naked, a short rear naked, perhaps. It's there.
There it
Got
is.
him. Rear naked submission, rear
Passed out
naked
to
choke,
Bitterman.
Bitterman. Impressive performance. Impressive. Heard him standing,
very good.
took his back, sunk in the rear naked choke, and finished him. Impressive performance. We got a new WXC middleweight champion, Josh Bitterman.
Is it just me, or does it look like Bitterman could probably make 170 also?
He'd be a massive 170, but there's a potential he can make that cut.
Also,
Same thing with Willis Black earlier, who was very impressive. A guy who looks shredded at 80, 85, but potentially could cut to 70. But it comes back to what we were saying. What do you feel comfortable at? How much does it drain you?
well, I'm pretty sure I think we just have our next matchup at 185 for his first title defense. Probably very well could be Willis Black.
That would be an interesting bout. Bitterman's got the experience, but as we seen earlier, Willis is no slouch.
We got some excited fans behind us.
People are excited. Bitterman has a strong fan following. It came out to see him. They're proud of him. He won this title.
In the second round, your winner by way of rear naked choke and new WXC 185-pound champion, Josh Straight Business Bitterman.
Very good job, congratulations. And also hats out to Adam Trombley for, weathering that storm the best he could, man. He did not want to give up.
You're gonna have to throw the kitchen sink and some at Trombley. He's a tank. He's not gonna stop. But Bitterman showed that, hey, he had the answer to Trombley's riddle, and he erases that little blemish on his record by besting Trombley.
I like that. The answer to the Joker's riddle.